Hello, my name is Holt Micah. Today we're going to begin with a presentation on Pope Francis. Here's my audience. Right there. All right. Okay, so to begin, Pope Francis became elected as Pope in 2013. He is the first non-European Pope we've had in 1,200 years. And the reason we're going to honor him today is because he's done a lot of things differently since he became Pope. Times Magazine article by Elizabeth Diaz called Pope Francis the People's Pope, last updated December 11, 2013, states that Pope Francis agreeing to disagree with issues of division while spreading mercy. So the Catholic faith has a lot of doctrine that's very strict and stringent. You have to kind of follow these steps of rules. But Pope Francis generally teaches that leading by mercy and accepting people as they are will actually is the way to go in the new direction of the Catholic Church. So, for example, his position on gay people, he is quoted by saying, when faced with gay marriage, who am I to judge? And that's a very contemporary position to take from a pope in the Catholic Church especially. He's also on record saying that we should do more outreach for the poor. He uses social media and technology, and the past popes have kind of pushed technology away and seen that as kind of sacrilegious in ways. But he has a Twitter account, he has an Instagram, he uses social media all the time. He's a really funny guy. An ABC article by Colleen Curry titled Why Pope Francis is Different from His Predecessors, last updated December 11, 2013, says that he has a 95% approval rate from the Catholics today, and that the Catholic Church is heading in the right direction. Also, when he got elected in 2013, he would send out his Archbishop, the Swiss Guard, and himself to the slums of Rome to spread God's word. So that's a very humble thing to do as Pope. You don't really go out there yourself. He would literally just take him and one bodyguard and go into the slums of Rome and spread the Catholic faith. The National Catholic Reporter article called 5 Great Achievements of Pope Francis, First 4 Years by Thomas Rees, last updated March 9th, 2017, shows that he's very modern in environmental issues as well, which now has a central place in the Catholic faith. He sees global warming as a issue that needs to be addressed, and that we need to, he said, as on record saying, we are protectors of God's handiwork. So in the past, global warming was not an issue for any of the popes. That never got brought up in discussion. Pope Benedict, before he resigned, that was really not mentioned. But now, today, seeing how that's such a pressing issue with all we know, the new research that's come out, etc., Pope Francis has really adapted well to addressing climate change. There's also other instances of his humility as well. If people were to come rush him on the stage, in the past, the security would actually haul away the people that were doing that. And multiple times, Pope Francis actually sat people on his lap and continued his speech, talking. There's also instances where he's done it with little kids as well. He'll invite little children to come to the Vatican all the time. And the thing with Pope Francis, he's the most powerful man, arguably, in the world, because there's 1.3 billion Christians, according to the Vatican. And if he wanted to start a revolution at any time, he could. He could just call a huge international meeting and say, we want to take this guy out. I mean, that's not the Catholic faith tradition, but it could be done. So all this power, and he's really adapting well to the modern times. So if you're going to take away anything from the speech, I hope you understand that Pope Francis is a renowned leader. He's proven himself time and time again. He comes from humble beginnings. He was actually a bouncer before he became Pope, and he worked at a Chemtech lab sweeping floors. So as the previous popes worked more with theology and have all their doctorate degrees, Pope Francis is a very, very humble man coming from humble beginnings. So if you're going to take away anything, just remember Pope Francis has his best interest for all Catholics worldwide and is a great man. Thank you.